Hi, welcome back to episode 2 of what we're calling PAFOW Live. It's something that we've talked to members of the community and see what would be of help. So if there is a theme that you want to see discussed on this show or in the field of people analytics or people data for good, by all means, get in contact and we will consider the topic and bring it to the fore. And we might have a guest or panel on that theme. So we're trying to make the content very timely, very relevant, and very actionable. So please engage through our website, pafow.net. We have our PAFOW community app, so you can go to the Apple Store, Google Play, download that, and contribute to the discussion ongoing, or follow us on LinkedIn and the other channels where we have a presence, YouTube being one of them if you're watching it on that platform right now. So today I am just going to jump right into some very relevant topics here in the United States, but really around the world. And it's, Black Lives Matter is not only top of mind for organizations, but people in their homes. And for me, we've had some very rich discussions with our kids around what it means to not be Black in the United States and also be Black in the United States. And looking at history from a frankly different perspective, because many of the landmark events in the Black community have not been widely publicized. So this has been a massively robust educational experience for them. And it's really brought us closer as a family and elevated level of empathy we have, not only for members of the Black community, but Native American community, people who have been disenfranchised here in North America and around the world. And then it invites the question, what do organizations do about it? If we have a systematic problem, it requires, by definition, a systematic solution. That means educational institutions. That means local governments. It means state and federal governments. And it also includes businesses. And many businesses historically have just, said the right things to placate people and then move forward. It's my hope, and the discussions that I've had on my podcast over the past couple of weeks, as well as the off-the-record conversations I've had with friends in the Black community and those outside the Black community, say they hope that this truly is a landmark shift. And we've advanced the discussion around what is it going to take to really make a shift over time, and what does success look like? Because this is not going to be a quick fix, and there is a role, in my view, for organizations to play to provide opportunity for people who have been held back, and namely Black members of our community, as well as Native Americans and other groups. So it's a real opportunity to embrace and empathize and build new skills, not only to improve the culture of your organization, but again, to help specifically right now the Black community advance over time. So we're going to talk about that with Adrienne Pettiford in the last half hour. I super look forward to that discussion. She's a former talent analyst with the EEOC, and now she's leading talent analytics at Pymetrics. So very excited to be talking with her. I also want to talk briefly about global and local health. We are in this situation where a lot of people want to return to work. Some people want to stay at home and enjoy the comforts of working in a place that doesn't require a commute, and they can work in their pajamas. And just so you know, I'm wearing full pants, and I got ready properly for the show. I will say this though. The idea that it's binary, that we either return to the workplace or we not, or we say, oh God, we got the economy started, or we have to make sure until everyone is healthy and we have all the testing. We're dealing with an optimization problem. And by definition, that means there's trade-offs. And the math for organizations based on their geography, based on their type of industry is different. So I see now, and I see the discourse online being very critical in many cases, like, oh, you should not be doing that, you should be doing this. And what I would like us to do is use the data and have the data inform what's appropriate for you in your geography, in your organization, in your industry. And if we have trust and faith that the data is being used responsibly, in other words, leaders are being very dispassionate and saying, okay, this is what we have to do. We have to have people not return to the workplace because we have density, we have this and that. Then I, as if I'm a worker in that organization, will trust them. And right now, there's so much lack of trust in particularly the federal government here in the United States. And who has the highest level of trust among the entities that most people interact with? It's their employers. So, and as crazy as that might seem, given the fact that over time, the well-being of the American worker at least has been compromised because they've been frankly just worked really, really hard. Thus, we don't have much elasticity in organizations. But the thing is, if leaders act responsibly right now, they can elevate the trust and keep that trust. So one of the things we're going to be talking about today is how do you maintain that trust over time, which leads me into Rebecca Jones. And I'm going to be talking about Rebecca Jones in the final 10 minutes in this half hour. And if you don't know, Rebecca Jones was building the code dashboard there in Florida. She was pressured to have the data show insights that frankly weren't true, that made the pandemic in that region look better than it was. That is obviously an ethical challenge that she had to stand up for, and she has done so. So she created her own dashboard. So we're going to talk about how that relates to people, data, and analytics in organizations, both from the perspective of people who are creating the dashboards and insights, but also the people who are consuming those data and insights. So I look forward to that discussion. But for now, we're going to go for the commercial, and I'm going to come back and I'm answer the question of the week. So thanks for being here and look forward to talking more.